Hey guys, welcome back. BDCKR here, and we're back with probably the fastest Phantom Zone run possible. And whether you measure fastest run by how much time it takes or by the number of fights required, this one might be it. So we're starting off, we've got the prerequisite. We want at least 2 out of the 3 fast tasks, and we've got them, which is the 10 online matches and almost 400,000 basic attack damage. The other 2 tasks are doable but slower, so that's a combination we want. So the 120 damage over time effects, 275 successful blocks. Wonder Woman has her damage over time loadouts. I mean, if you want more details, you can go back to our original Phantom Zone fight, and we can talk a bit more about the overall gear loadout. But she's got her damage over time loadout where we've got Ibistic instead of LexCorp chest armor that we will switch out if we need to get a steel health task. And we've got the minor modification on Aquaman compared to the regular sort of win-at-all-cost multiplayer loadout. And Claw of Horus is now LexCorp helmet to deal a little bit of extra damage over time, another damage over time effect with every special one. So this first fight, because basic damage is so easy to do, instead of just going straight to basic damage, we brought in Wonder Woman to do a couple of damage over time effects just to squeeze a couple more out, and we'll finish everybody else off. Alright, we got a few extra blocks, and that's it. And you'll see that despite only bringing him in for a couple of them, we've got more than enough basic damage to meet this requirement. Steel health, so there we go. Before we go in the second fight, we're going to swap out Ibistic for LexCorp chest armor. And with this glitch, obviously, you can swap out gear, but you can't swap out team members. So I think this is still the best overall team composition when you want to get through Phantom Zone quickly. And metal teams are sometimes a little bit tough, but this is not going to be a problem. And I should point out, I mean, despite the pandemic right now, we're actually still finding that it's hard to get the time to film together. So I figured I might as well get this done just to have it out instead of letting this footage sit. Oh, unfortunately, he blocked. So if we're gonna kill some time while we wait for Wonder Woman to tag back in for power, we'll get a few more damage over time effects. 4 actually, plus whatever bonus off Aquaman. Oh, and we get a few more blocks. But this should be enough to finish him off if we can get Wonder Woman back in. Bit more health. Yeah, so maybe a bit of a teaser. I think we're going to be doing some mini reviews of the games that were in the recent Itch bundle that we're doing the giveaway for. That was decently fast. There we go, 1 round, health is done. Steel power is kind of crap, but let's see what happens when we finish our 10 multiplayer fights. And we're going to switch back to Ibistic only because it'll get through the damage over time effects faster. So the strategy generally then is that when we're fighting in general, after the first special 2 by Wonder Woman, we focus on special 1s to do more damage over time effects. The first one with Aquaman. Ooh, this might be a spanner in the works where we didn't finish him off, so we actually have to tag her out. But that's the benefit of Aquaman. So having Quake Engine on him is what gives us the bonus damage over time on Batman when he tags in. Here we go. And like I said, normally we would focus on special 2 to get through the fights faster, but it's worth it when you got a damage over time task to just, after the first one, just do a couple special ones, because you're going to be tagging Aquaman to get more specials anyways. So let's see what we got. There we go. Oh, nice. We got the basic attack damage. Having the 20 fights is not nearly as good as a 10. It's worth less, takes longer to do, but you can't be too picky, because we're not going to get the 10 multiplayer fights right after we finished the last one. So the basic damage is going to be fast. And in general, I think when you've got like a lot of speedruns, you have to get pretty lucky. You have to be doing things right, but you have to be a little bit lucky too. I think we're getting lucky right now with the kind of rolls that we're getting with the tasks that we need. All right. Ah, there we go. So we generally allow ourselves in a sequence for one crystal to reroll twice. One that's free and one that costs. So crit attacks are going to take too long. The steel power one that's blocking us out, it's not going to happen. So for this time, we're going to take one of our free reroll for sure. And we'll allow ourselves... Oh, there we go, health, easy. We generally allow ourselves to spend 5 nth metal for one of the rerolls that cost money. Not money, nth metal. And we need to switch out Ibistic again to steal health on her special too. Alright. And it's nice just to check the first one in case there's anything like Astro Harness that's going to have an impact on how you want to approach the first fight. I think this is going to be a little bit harder only because Astro Harness makes it more difficult to steal health off that character. But it might just be worth even getting partial hits to partly satisfy the task. Just killing time with 1, and we want to bring her down to the first out, and it did not do it. Did not bring her down to the first, because she blocked to her first, or her second invulnerability. So what we want to do is make sure that we take care of Batman, their Batman, with Wonder Woman Special 2 to steal the health to satisfy it. Although now we might be in trouble with the super, and we are. So that cost us 1/6 of whatever health steal that we're going to get credit for. And I know it's not hitting, but we're just using it to kill a little bit of time while she's invulnerable. Oh, nice. All right, so that's one of the times where the 75% of Astro Harness giving the revive is helpful, because we were able to steal a little bit more health from her. And his revive was very helpful, because we can steal a bit more health from Arkham Origins Batman. Nice. And done. Okay, health task is over. Damage over time, so that means we need the Ibistic back to get through the 400,000 faster. And it's surprising, actually, considering how much higher the damage over time is. It's worth less, only 70 points towards the crystal. And it's more damage than you need for either the health steal or the basic damage, but it is actually decently quick to get it done. Yeah, these metal teams are always a little bit more difficult, especially when you've got the Batman Ninja Catwoman team with 2 teammates that are going to give her revives. And what you're going to want to do, I guess, is try to get through when they present you with one of her teammates at the beginning. You want to get through them as quickly as possible. Because if we can knock him out on this turn, then that's one less revive that's going to be dragging the fight out. There we go. Bleed him out a bit. Ooh, and they're trolling us a bit. The Batman Ninja Catwoman team, where she's got the Astro Harness, is always a little bit toughest because when she tags in, there's not much you can do while she's got her claws still there and doing extra damage and stealing power. It's a bit of a pain in the ass to face. I mean, I guess you can tell because we've actually already lost one of our teammates, which doesn't happen that often. Bleed her out a bit. Okay. Yeah, there we go. And there we go. Health. All right, this should actually be enough. So 7 fights in, so far it's been 11.5 minutes. We need to steal health. And if we're probably going to hit all 3, we're going to want to block a little bit actually just to make sure that we finish it on this round or this fight. Oh yeah, and this is not a tough team. There's nothing here that looks like it's going to be particularly dangerous. So we want to steal health and knock out at least 2 of the 3 team members with Wonder Woman's Special 2. Lex Luthor is actually good for us because it means that the team has a total more health to steal. And that extra bleed, oh, too bad there's a resurrection, right, forgot about that. The extra bleed means that we have a better chance of stealing the health. So we're just going to kill some time, we're going to get some more blocks, and we want to make sure that Wonder Woman is the one doing the damage. Perfect. We probably have enough already, but why take a chance? Steal some more health from Catwoman. Nice. And Viola. I believe that should be enough. Fit all targets. Excellent. And that was just under 13 minutes. Which I think is probably about as fast as you can complete a crystal. In this case, without spending any nth metal to re-roll your tasks. And that would normally be it, except this is the last crystal, so we'll play it out and then you can see what the last crystal gives us. So, anything else to say? I guess nothing else except I think we would love to see anyone else's Phantom Zone team that they think is faster or that they've had a better Phantom Zone run than this one, which is, I think, probably as good as it gets. Finish it in 7 fights, complete the task in less than 13 minutes, and however long it takes to show you this last crystal. So a big thank you to our patrons on Patreon. That's Consul Peasant and Edwoon at the top tier last word, Mohammed Albshaiti at the Your Message Here tier, Shawn, Farrell, Daniel Simonson, Aaron Maule, Michael DeVries, Brandon C., and Irvin Ruiz, who are supporting us on the credit level, and Chris Wolff, Scarlet, Dani, and Awesomegamer241 at the gratitude level. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Komoda.